Welcome to We Are Women, Unapologetically, the podcast that talks about the good, bad, ugly, and awesome. Careers, life transitions, confidence, and everything in between. Because shift happens, but you don't have to do it alone.
Hello and welcome. My name is Jessica and I'm your host, and I'm so excited for you to be here. I wanted to do a short intro to let you know a little bit about me, this podcast, how it came about, and what you can expect. So let's dive right in. I was in the corporate world at Dell Technologies for nearly 20 years. It was something where they had recruited me when I was still at Baylor University. While I was there, I had various roles from sales, operations, manufacturing, and at one point, I was literally traveling the world and training people. And for those of you that don't know me, that's something that I said I wanted to do from the time that I was 10 years old. Crazy enough, at the age of 16, I was given the very unique opportunity to express that very same thing to Zig Ziglar. Yes, crazy to most. And I honestly didn't realize like how big of a deal it was when I was at a young age, but now it is pretty mind-blowing. During my travels, I got to meet women of so many different cultures and so many different socioeconomical backgrounds, racial backgrounds, religious backgrounds, everything. And part of the reason that this podcast came about is because we, as women, go through unique struggles. We're a huge world, but I want women to be able to come together and share their stories. So, before I go any further, I do want to clarify this is not a male bashing podcast. I have some phenomenal men in my life, both personally and professionally, that I am so grateful for. What this is all about women empowerment because oftentimes, as I mentioned, women are pitted against one another or they feel threatened by one another. And the reality is, while women are sitting here tearing one another down, men build one another up. Think about what we can accomplish when we decide to work together. We are an unstoppable force. While I was at Dell, I had some phenomenal experiences. I also had some experiences that a lot of women are often faced with: toxic work environments, bad bosses, the good old boys club, and being pitted against other women. And I also coach women now that are going through different career and life transitions. I've physically seen their faces light up, their whole demeanor change when they have those breakthroughs. And I want to be able to provide that to you. I want to create that unstoppable force of empowering other women. Another reason that I wanted to start this podcast is because I'll be the first to admit I did not have my tribe of who they are today until I was in my late 30s. And I wish I would have had them sooner. I have been through so much with them, dealing with the loss of a parent at a young age, promotions, layoffs, relocation, being part of that sandwich generation of caring for children as well as caring for elderly loved ones, financial stability and instability. We know that shift happens, as I say in the title, but I am 100% authentic in saying, I don't want you to have to do this alone. And my word for 2025 is unapologetically. So, this is how the podcast name comes together because I am my true authentic self every single day. And I know I'm not for everyone. And I'm okay with that because if I were trying to be right for everyone, I would literally be exhausted. And I wish that more women would embrace that same mentality of not having to please all the people all the time. But the podcast will be a combination of me talking about different topics and then also me interviewing women about their own unique experiences. Now, if you're sitting here saying, well, I don't know if I have a unique story or if I'm really that unique, I'm here to tell you between your personal education level, whatever it may or may not be, your own experiences, whether you've traveled around the world or you've never left the state you've lived in, the job experiences that you've had, and where you have lived. These are all unique experiences to you. No one can take them from you, and no one has exactly the same experiences that you have. We are all unique women that can learn and grow from one another. So, if you're looking for some perfect podcast that is going to be all fluffy, this isn't it. This is going to be raw. It's going to be emotional at times, but it's going to be authentic and it's going to be a lot of fun. So, if this sounds like something you're interested in, let's go ahead and press play on that first episode.